काय औषध आणायचे पण मेडिकल स्टोर मधून काय आणायचे मूव वगैरे
Okay, so welcome to corporate Bhagavad Gita. Let's read the prayers which are on the screen. Om Agyana Timirandasya Dhyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manohishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantika. Vande Aham Shri Guru Shiktapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha. Shri Rupam Savarajatam Sahagana Raghunathamitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुदेवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So welcome to Bhakti Steps. We are reading from the 15th chapter and we just completed till 13 verses. So today we will read 14 and later verses. So in this chapter, Krishna is explaining about the Vedas. The Vedas are the inverted tree where roots are growing upwards, branches are growing down. So basically it's a reflection of the real tree, and on the various branches, everything, the economic and dharma and pious activities, impious activities, everything is there. And the jiva, he jumps from one branch to another to taste the various fruits of this tree. When it sees that okay, it is same thing everywhere, then he starts going to liberation, moksha. That is, he marches towards the root of the tree. So one has to cut the tree with a weapon of detachment. How to do detachment? That all we are discussing. Yeah, we have to develop all these things and then surrender onto the Supreme Lord. How to surrender? We should first know whom are we surrendering, how great he is. So few things we discussed. We are surrendering to Krishna and his place where we are going to go. Eternal kingdom doesn't require any moon, sun, fire, electricity. We don't return back from there. We are struggling over here, but there is no struggle over there. Then we are taking various kinds of bodies in this world. So we have to see all these things through the eyes of Shastra, that is eyes of Vedic knowledge, and then we have to situate ourselves in self-realization. Then again Krishna starts saying about the splendor of the sun. Everything comes from him. He is the splendor of the moon, the splendor of fire. He enters into each planet, becomes the orbit. He is the moon. He supplies juice to the life of vegetables. So he's talking about his biodata. What is he? He's the Supreme Lord, and he's doing all these things. So in the 14th verse, we will read further. If there are any questions, comments, you can always interrupt me and unmute yourself and speak. So let's get into this verse. Aham Vaishnava Bhutva Praninam Deyam Ashritaha Pranapana Samayukta Pachamyannam Chaturvidham. Aham Vaishnavaro Bhutva. In our stomach there is fire. See, Ayurveda says in our stomach there is fire. How come there is fire in our stomach? Can you explain how come there is fire in our stomach? Is there fire? Is there fire in the stomach? Huh? How come it is there? Is there some fire? Yes? Any thoughts? The fire is in the form of the chemicals. When chemicals react to each other, they produce fire, the element of fire, which will digest the food. See, we cook the food, right? Similarly, within the body also it is cooked. Cooked food is put inside and then it is cooked more so that it can be disintegrated and sent to a various intestines to so that nutrients can be absorbed from it. Okay, so this cooking needs to happen. So that fire. So Krishna says, I am that fire. Praninam deham ashritaha. I am the outgoing air, ingoing air. We breathe, right? So outgoing, ingoing air is there. That is balancing. Pachami annam chaturvidam. All this air and fire is required for what? Pachami. Pachami matlab pachna. Pachana is to digest. Annam. Annam is food. Chaturvidam. Four kinds of food. Four kinds of food. Okay. So I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of the living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing, incoming, to digest the four kinds of foodstuffs. According to Ayurveda Shastra, we understand there is a fire in the stomach which digests all the food sent there. When the fire is not blazing, there is no hunger. So when we feel hungry, it simply means that there is fire in the stomach. It needs to be fed. So we can feed food, right? So let's say instead of food, we drink water. What will happen? Yes, we are hungry, but
Hungry will not go.
yeah, hunger will
Hungry.
not go. But what will happen? The fire will get extinguished. So
Okay.
therefore, in Ayurveda, it is said that while eating, don't drink water. Drink
Oh,
water half an hour before eating and half an hour after eating. While
after it.
while eating, don't drink. If you want to drink, drink very little. Otherwise, what will happen? The fire is getting extinguished. Then the food won't be digested. Food needs to be disintegrated and cooked right inside the stomach. So if you put fire water on it, then it won't get. So it will disturb the digestion. That's why there are certain principles of Ayurveda which our family members tell each other, but we are not aware of how things happen. So if the fire is good, if the digestion fire is good, we can eat and we can digest things and all the nutrients can be absorbed by our body and we'll feel strong, isn't it? So if the digestion is not good, then what is recommended? We need to eat something which will help the fire of digestion, right? So digestion. Somebody joining. Okay. Uh, yes, this one. This is very nice tip here. So to help the fire digestion, what does Ayurveda say we need to eat? There are various kinds of agnis, right? Jataragni, Jatu, Bhuta. So to improve this fire, there are few foodstuffs that they tell to eat. After food, before food. I'm just trying to find ginger. Where it is? Here. So some spices are told to eat, right? Ginger, cumin, fennel, black pepper. You heard about this? Huh? Sometimes the Ayurvedic doctor says you have to eat ginger, let the ginger be there in the food, or after eating have ginger, fennel seed, body soap. In Marathi, it's called badi shop. In other languages, called mukhwas, fennel seed. Have you heard about these things? Black pepper, cumin. These all help in digestion. These all help in digestion. If there is gas problem, ajwain is recommended, right? What is all it's doing? So see, it said avoid ice cold beverages. Why? Because it will extinguish the fire. So drink only room temperature water, little while eating. Before eating, you can definitely drink half glass of water, full glass of water. After eating, after half an hour of eating, it is recommended. So yeah, this is the science behind it. So anyway, Krishna is the fire. Krishna is the fire now. Sometimes when the fire is going nicely, treatment is required. If it is not going nicely, treatment is required. Some foodstuffs and medicines are given. In any case, the fire is representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That fire is the representative of the Supreme Personality. Vedic mantras also confirm that the Supreme Lord of Brahman is situated in the form of fire within the stomach, and it is digesting all kinds of foodstuffs. Ayam Agnir Vaishnavaro Oyam Anyan Antah Puruse Yenedam Annam Pachayate. Annam Pachayate. Annam is food, and Pachayate means Pachna, digest. Therefore, since he is helping the digestion of all kinds of foodstuff, the living entity is not independent in the eating process. Do we digest? No, we just put food in our mouth. Rest of the thing, the stomach is taking care. But who is controlling the stomach and all? The fire inside it. And who is the fire? It's the representative of Supreme Lord. So ultimately, who is controlling? The Supreme Lord is controlling. So unless the Supreme Lord helps in digesting, there is no possibility of eating. So even while eating, we need the help of the Supreme Lord. He thus produces and digests foodstuffs, and by his grace, we are enjoying life. When our stomach is bad, can we eat lot of stuff? Let's say you go to some marriage and your stomach is bad. What can you eat? What will you ask?
लौकी सब्जी प्रभु जी, ओनली लौकी सब्जी.
And they will say in marriage we don't cook lauki. So yeah, the point is that lauki, dahi, that is all recommended when stomach goes bad. Okay, but the point is that if that Krishna helps in digesting food. In the Vedanta Sutra, this is also confirmed. Shabdyabhyo antah pratishthanatsa. The Lord is situated within sound and within body, within air, even within stomach as a digestive food. There are 4 kinds of foodstuffs. Achha, these are 4 kinds of foodstuffs. One is that is drunk. Which foodstuffs are drunk? Buttermilk, right? Some are chewed. Which foodstuffs are chewed? Vegetables and all that. Some are licked. Pickles. And some are sucked. Again, some vegetables. And he is the digestive force of all of them. See, all of these, they require some different digestive forces. And Krishna is the source of everything. This verse is very important. 15.15. Many a times we discussed this verse. So today we will go in detail. Sarvasya chaham hriday sannavishto matah smitir jnanam apohanam cha vedesha sarver aham vedyo vedantakrit veda videva chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, forgetfulness. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta. I am the knower of the Vedas. Sarvasya chaham hriday sannavishto. Saham. Sarvasya chaham. In all beings I am. Aham. What? Sannivishto. Staying. Where? Hriday. in the heart. Mattah smritir jnanam apohanam cha. From me, mattah, my, me. Smriti, remembrance. Jnanam, knowledge. Apohanam, forgetfulness. So from Krishna, we are getting knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness. Vedesya sarver aham eva vedyo. Vedesya sarver. Sarver means all of the Vedas. Aham eva vedyo. Aham, I am to be known. Who is to be known? Krishna is to be known. Vedanta Krit, I have compiled the Vedanta. Veda with eva chaham. And I am the knower of the Vedas. The Supreme Lord is situated as Paramatma in everyone's heart. Okay, he is sitting in everyone's heart as Paramatma. See here, Paramatma, four-handed form of Vishnu. How does Paramatma look like? Four-handed form of Vishnu. Okay. And it is from him all the activities are initiated. So he initiates it. When we get up in the morning, he only reminds us, you are Mr. So-and-so, you have to get up now, you have to do this work, you have to go to office. He is reminding us from previous day, previous life also, whatever desires we have. But he has to act according to this direction of the Supreme Lord. So we are under the direction of the Supreme Lord, yes. Who is witness to all his work. Whatever we do, Krishna is the witness. We say, na, God is the witness. If no one was there, then what was there? God was there. There are many witnesses actually. And one of the strongest witnesses is God. The sun, the moon, Paramatma, these are all witnesses. There is a particular shloka. There are 5 kinds of witness. 5 witness. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can get that verse. Little. 5 kinds of witness. Maybe yeah, this one. The sun, the fire, the sky, air, demigod, devatas, moon, evening, day, night, direction, water, land, and the super soul. All these are witnesses. Which is this 6142. 6142. Yeah, there's a verse here. Surya Agni Kham Marud Deva Soma Sandhyandhi Disha Kama Kusha Swayam Dharma iti Hi ete Dhai Yasya Sakshini Sakshi witnesses. These are the witnesses. So can someone escape from any of these? Can someone escape?
No problem.
Even if they go under the earth and they commit crime, the land will catch them. If they are up in the air will catch them. If they are under the sun or the moon will catch them, or the sun will catch them. The devatas are also everywhere. The energy is there, the sky is there, day is there, night is there. Let's say all of this is not there, then the Paramatma is always there. So the Supreme Lord is a witness to all of us. Therefore, he begins his work according to his past deeds. Required knowledge is supplied to him and remembrance is given to him. And he forgets also about his past life. Why this forgetfulness of past life is very important? Can you tell me? Can you tell the advantages of forgetfulness? Are there some advantage of forgetfulness? Hmm?
Prabhu, actually, it's very much needed. So to forget unpleasant
Hmm.
situations, or like if our past life is not good,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
so there is no use of remembering them, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's
Because
good.
it'll add the pain
It will
again.
add the pain. Yes. So now, uh, I don't know if I have the proof or something, but I should have kept it. Okay. Let's see if this video is still there. Now, this video is there. I will share. So there is this boy, young boy, who is remembering his past life, where he was a pilot in the United States Air Force and his aeroplane got hit. So right from his childhood only, he was remembering that he got crashed and he drowned in the sea and he died. Okay. So, parents were worried, that he's getting this kind of dreams. Uh, so once, uh, they were watching, they were at a museum or something where they saw a plane. So he saw the plane and he started saying this part means this, that part means this. Okay. So they got very worried that nobody taught him, but he's able to, uh, remember all this. So they visited some doctor, psychiatrist, and they said that such a phenomena is there. Uh, and sometimes it is called that they are remembering the past life. But is it true or not? So they started um, one of the doctors or somebody started doing research, and they found that yes, indeed there was a pilot who drowned and all that, and his name was also James and all this. So this is a very nice video. I will share. There is another nice video. I had stored it, but I didn't kept it here, so I'll share that also. So like you said that past life makes us miserable actually. Like sometimes some bad experiences if they keep haunting us, it will impair us. It won't help us to move forward, right? Most of the mental stress and all that people, right, it is because they will say, because I am remembering what happened in my childhood to me, what abuse happened and this happened and that happened, right? Not able to forget. So therefore forgetfulness is also important. Hmm? It is not that it is not important, it has its place. Of course, in the exam we forget answers. That is painful. That is real painful. But yes, especially about past life, right? The forgetfulness is very helpful. Thus, the Lord is not only all pervading; He's also localized in every human heart. Sorry, in every individual heart. He avoids different fruitive results. He is worshipable not only as the impersonal Brahman, the supreme person of Godhead, and the localized Paramatma, but as the form of incarnation of the Vedas as well. So Vedas, they came from Krishna. So they are not different from Krishna. The Vedas, what they do, they give us the right direction to the people so that they can mold their lives in this world and achieve dharma, artha, kama, moksha. And moksha means to come back to Godhead. The Vedas offer knowledge of the Supreme Lord, Krishna, and Krishna in his incarnation of Vyasadeva is the compiler of the Vedanta Sutra. So who compiled Vedanta Sutra? Krishna only compiled as Vyasadeva. The commentary on the Vedanta Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the real understanding of the Vedanta Sutra. The Supreme Lord is so full that for the deliverance of the conditioned soul, he is the supplier and digester of foodstuffs, the witness of his activities, and the giver of knowledge in the form of Vedas. And the Supreme Person of Godhead, the teacher of Bhagavad Gita. He is worshipable by all conditioned souls. Thus, God is all good, God is all merciful. We have heard this statement that he is all good, he is all merciful. But sometimes some bad things happen and then people start questioning, is he really all good? Right? So what do you think? Is God all good? Or sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not good? Yes?
Bad things happen because of our actions only, Prabhu. Actually, our past actions.
Okay, that is true.
So actually, God actually he actually helps us actually. You know, uh, to get back to Him actually.
Yes. So the thing is now some people argue like this that okay, the bad things are happening because of my past karmas. Presently I am doing good. So they should stop it, right? Why I have to continue and have this pain again and again and again? So how come if he is all good, all merciful, then he should help me, right? So he helps to the form of the Vedas. He tells us how to correct our activities. Through the through the Vedas, he tells us about Bhakti Yoga. In only Bhakti Yoga can all the karma be destroyed. Only in Bhakti Yoga can this happen. So that's how he becomes all merciful. But those who don't take to Bhakti Yoga, they will keep arguing. They want everything without uh, God. But it doesn't happen that way. They'll try to do it on their own strength and all this. Sometimes they may get succeeded, but uh, not everyone gets succeeded in that. Anyway, so yeah, that's the argument people have. How come he's all merciful? See, all merciful is a very he's merciful is fine, but all merciful is all condition is he merciful? Even if bad things are happening, is he all merciful that time also? What do you think?
Yeah.
People argue over this. If he's all merciful, then even when bad things are happening, he should remove it. Why we have to go through all these things and all this pain? So pain is meant to help us, to give us impetus to learn and to rectify us, right?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Then how come he's still merciful? So the thing is now Krishna is like a parent, and when we are like babies, he can definitely make us walk and all this. But we have to learn by that walking all by ourselves. Sometimes, parents, they make their children stand on legs, right? Then the leg
Yes.
starts paining, and the child is, and the parents are telling, don't worry, stand on your legs, try, like that. So are the parents being trying to cruel? Are they being trying to be cruel?
No, no,
No.
no, no problem.
Yeah. So some efforts are there on our part, that we need to understand. Okay. That we need to understand. Then we can understand this statement is all merciful. Otherwise, like children may say, why did you make me go through this? Hey, if you don't go through this, you will never learn. That is the thing. Anta pravishta shashta janana. The living entities forget as soon as he quits his present body, but he begins his work again. How? Initiated by the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord tells him, new body, okay, now this is what you need to do here. Although he forgets, the Lord gives him the intelligence to renew his work, where he ended his last life. Sometimes some birthmarks are there, no? Birthmarks. Have you heard about these birthmarks? There's a very interesting thing about these birthmarks. Okay, these are the various kinds of birthmarks. They say like this. Uh, so in one of the so there was this very scholarly person, Dr. Ian Stevenson. So he was doing many reincarnation cases. He was studying all these cases. So he found one interesting thing. He said in some cases, the person could remember that he was killed in his previous life. And where he was killed, which part of the body was hurt, that's where the birthmark would appear. So if someone was killed with some knife or something, then where the knife was pierced, that part only somehow the birthmark would come over there. Some hair may not grow, or it may become dark or something like that. So sometimes the birthmark, uh, they tell us about our previous life. Very interesting thing. But we cannot really ascertain what it is and all that unless we are remembering, okay, this is what happened. So very rarely. But why did we discuss all this? Yes. Although he forgets, the Lord gives him intelligence to renew his work where he ended in his last life. So not only does the living entity enjoy suffer in this world according to the dictation of the Supreme Lord situated locally in the heart, but he receives the opportunity to understand the Vedas from him. If one is serious about understanding the Vedic knowledge, then Krishna gives the required intelligence. Why does he present the Vedic knowledge for understanding? Because the living entity individually needs to understand Krishna. See, this is the effort we need to put. What is the effort? What is the minimum effort that we need to put? We need to put effort to understand Krishna. That's it. Vedic literature confirms this. So aso sarver veder giyate. In all Vedic literature, beginning from the four Vedas, Vedanta Sutra, Upanishads, Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharatas, Itihasas, glories of the Supreme Lord are celebrated. Vishnu is celebrated. By performance of Vedic rituals, discussions of Vedic philosophy, worship of the Lord in the devotional service, he is attained. Therefore, the purpose of the Vedas is to understand Krishna. The Vedas give us direction to which to understand Krishna and the process of realizing Him. See, when we are on this path of devotional service, that some things happen over there. Our karma starts getting destroyed. So there are some benefits of being in devotional service. We will just quickly look at it. It's a nectar of devotion. in pure devotional service, there are some things which happen. There are 6 things that happen. First is that it brings immediate relief from all kinds of material disease. There are many material distresses that are affecting us. But when we start bhakti, we start feeling some relief. Relief means we start feeling some peace. Finally, after many millions of lifetimes, some peace comes in our life. And it is the beginning of all auspiciousness, all piousness, all good things. It starts beginning in our life. It puts us in transcendental pleasure. Transcendental pleasure means here the pleasure is not on the bodily platform, it is on the spiritual platform. It is not even mental. Bodily pleasure, how are they? They will come and go. Like you may eat a gulab jamun. Till the point the gulab jamun is on the tongue, you will be happy. The moment it goes inside our body, we no more experience the sweetness of gulab jamun, right? See, that is how material energy is. Material pleasure is there. Higher than that is mental pleasure. Mental pleasure is like, sometimes some people are just thinking about some poem, poetry, or philosophy. In that, they are getting some happiness. But when they sleep, when they forget about it, the happiness stops. But devotional service is not like that. Nothing can stop it. The happiness in that is beyond bodily pleasure, is beyond mentally pleasure. It is rarely achieved. Pure devotional service is rarely achieved. Okay, devotional service you may start, but to make it shuddha, it is rarely achieved. And those in pure devotional service deride even the conception of moksha. They don't even want liberation. Okay, this is pure devotees. They don't want liberation. And pure devotional service attracts Krishna. Only how will Krishna get attracted to us? By our devotion and nothing else. We cannot bribe Krishna. We cannot go and give him 500 rupees and tell, here, become my friend, I'll give you 500 rupees. No. By giving donation in a temple, Krishna is not going to come to you. It is only in your heart, when you have love for Krishna, then he'll get attracted. Okay. The ultimate goal is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vedanta Sutra confirms this. Tattu Saman Vayat. Tattu Saman Vayat. One can attain perfection in 3 stages. By understanding Vedic literature, one can understand its relationship with the Supreme Lord. By performing different processes, one can approach him, and at the end, one can attain the supreme goal, who is no other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So first thing what happens? First we understand our relationship. Our relationship is what? Dasya relationship. We are servant of Krishna. Krishna's Jivar Swarup hoy, Krishna Nitya Das. Then in the servant role, we are performing various things. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam. Then we are doing Harinam Sankirtan. These are various processes. And then ultimately we achieve the supreme goal, the pure love for Krishna. Pure Shuddha Bhakti for Krishna. Shuddha Prema for Krishna. That is the supreme goal. In this verse, the purpose of the Vedas is to understand Krishna. The understanding of the Vedas is to understand Krishna, and the goal of the Vedas is Krishna, is clearly defined. Any questions on this?
No problem.
Okay. Now, interesting verses are going to start. Dva imo purusho loke sharas chakshara evacha sharas sarvani bhutani kutos takshuche. Dva means two. There are 2 purushas. Shara, Chakshara. Sharas means those who fall down. Chakshara means those who infallible. They are not don't fall down. So these are the two Purushas. One who fall down, one who don't. Sharas Sarvani Bhutani. Kutostakshara Uchyate. There are two classes of being, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible. In the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. So here in this material realm, we are all fallible. Fallible means what? We fall down. Fall down means what? Do we fall down on the ground or what? Yes? Fallible means what? Any thought on this word fallible?
The one which can fall down.
Fall down means what?
Like it can go down on the quality, like things from some status falling down. Like,
Okay, yeah, right.
yeah, like losing the things.
Yeah, losing our position or our real identity,
Yeah.
So, yes. As explained, this Lord is incarnation as a Vyasadeva compiled Vedanta Sutra. Here the Lord is giving in summary the contents of Vedanta Sutra. So this fallible, infallible, shakshara is all explained in the Vedanta Sutra. He says that living entity are innumerable. They can be divided into two classes, fallible, infallible. The living entity are eternally separated part and parcel of Krishna. When they are connect with the material world, they are called Jiva Bhuta, and Sanskrit word is given here as Sharva Sarvani Bhutani. So when we get in contact with the material world, with matter, then what happens is, then we are fallible. Meaning, we left our original place and we fell to this material world. That's the meaning of fallible. Those who are in oneness with the Supreme Lord, those who are in agreement with the Supreme Lord, let's put it that way, or oneness in sense, the Supreme Lord and they become one. Jivatma becomes one, meaning they don't merge into each other. Just like the husband and wife are one. Have you heard this statement? Husband and wife are one.
Yeah, Prabhuji, sometimes this statement, na?
Yeah,
Like two bodies, one soul.
one soul and all that, right?
Uh,
Then they are called infallible. Okay. When the husband and wife are not one, then what will happen? They'll keep fighting and they will try to divorce, right? Then they again become two. But what? Two individuals they become. Not as one team, but two individuals, separate individuals. That state is called as infallible state. Oneness does not mean that they have no individuality, but there is no disunity. There is individuality, but there is no unity. In infallible case, there is individuality, yes, but is there unity between the Lord and the Jiva? No. The Jiva is saying, you are enjoying more greater than me. I want to enjoy separately from you. Okay. So it is fallible, infallible is in terms of the spiritual world and material world. So this definition will make it clear. Of course, in the spiritual world, there is no such thing as creation. But since the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as stated in the Vedanta Sutra, is source of all illumination, the conception is explained. So when one comes from the spiritual world to the material world, it is called fallible. He has left the eternal place and he has come to temporary place. That is fallible. We fell down. Just like if somebody is told, okay, you need to repeat your second grade or your second year in engineering. You need to repeat. So he has not progressed. So he fell down. Okay. That's what is fallible. In the spiritual world, there is no such thing as creation, but since the Supreme Lord is stated in the Vedanta Sutra, the source of all illumination, the concept is explained. Okay, according to the statement of the Supreme Personality of Goddess Sri Krishna, there are two living entities. The Vedas give evidence of this. There is no doubt about it. The living entity who is struggling in this world with the mind and five senses have their material bodies which are changing. So here in this world, we have the external body, which is mind and senses. So this is the soul. The blue part is the soul. On top of it, we have the subtle body, mind, intelligence, false ego, and above that is we have the gross body, flesh, bones, blood, flesh, earth, water, fire, air, ether, senses. This is what is our package, right? Presently, we are in this package. It has earth, water, fire, air, ether. This is our package. The soul is there. Top of it, the material and the subtle body is there. So this is our package. So when we come in contact with the material world, we are fell down from the spiritual world. The living entity who are struggling in this world with mind and five senses have their material bodies which are changing. As long as the living entity is conditioned, his body changes due to contact with matter. Matter is changing. So the living entity appears to be changing. But in the spiritual world, the body is not made of matter. So in the spiritual world, what happens? It's not made of matter. It is made of Satchit Ananda Vigraha. It is Ananda. It is completely spiritual. It can never be cut. It can never be destroyed. In the material world, the living entity forgets his it undergoes six changes. In this particular body that we have, we undergo six changes, right? Birth, growth, duration, reproduction, and dwindling and vanishing. Isn't it? These six things are happening in our body, right? Just 10 years back, we were all very, very young. We could climb the stairs without getting tired. But now that we have become little old, mid-age, we prefer what? Lift. Okay. So these are the changes that are happening. There was growth. Growth has now stopped. Body growth has stopped. Reproduction has happened. We have children. And we are dwindling. Slowly we are dwindling, entering into old age. And one day from old age, game over. So these are changes of the material body. But in the spiritual world, the body does not change. In the spiritual world, one doesn't get this material body. There is no old age, no birth, no death. There is only oneness. Shara Sarvani Bhutani. Any living entity which has come in contact with matter, beginning from the first created being, Brahma, down to small ant, is changing his body. Therefore they are all fallible. In the spiritual world, however, they are always mukta. Therefore, they are one with the Lord. The husband and wife are one team, meaning both are thinking the same thing. Therefore, they are one team, right? If you come to know your colleague is thinking something else only. Okay. in the spiritual world, they are always liberated in the in oneness. Any questions on this 15.15? Sorry, 15.16.
Prabhu, actually, like you showed one picture, right? Like where soul, subtle body, and gross body. So in that picture, soul characteristics are like true ego and subtle body has false ego. So what is the difference between this true ego and false ego?
Ego means
Ego means it's a like
it's an
the
identity
pride.
that we
Okay.
identify ourselves. I am Mr. So and so. I belong to so and so family. This is mine.
I'm feeling proud.
Not proud. It is the identity.
Okay.
Pride comes when we identify it with too much. Like, this is our eternal thing. We'll always remain this. No, that is pride. Uh, so ego means what we are identifying with. So false ego means there is something false in that understanding. So we are identifying with this body, thinking that it is eternal. It will be there always. But is it true? No. One day we have to leave this body. So therefore it is false. That whole understanding that I am this and this is all false. Getting?
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We have some time. 15.17. Okay, we can finish. Now, so what Krishna says, there are two kinds of beings: fallible, infallible. Fine? So when he says there are two kinds, he says there is Uttama. Uttama Purushastam Anya. There is another kind also. It is Uttama. It is Purushaha. That person is Uttama, is the best among these two: fallible, infallible. Fallible means falling down to the material world, infallible means not falling down, staying in the spiritual world. Okay? If there are two counts, how come there is third count, third kind? You're getting? Krishna only talked about two. Now he's saying there's Anya. There's one more. Okay, he's neither fallible, he's neither infallible. Okay, let me read the verse. You'll understand. Paramatmeti uddharatah yonokotrayam avisha vivarti avyeshwara. Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the super soul, the imperishable Lord himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. So that third kind is neither fallible, neither infallible. Meaning he can never fall down. And he's even beyond the fall down. Those who cannot fall down, he's even greater than them. You understand, these two words cannot be applied only. This is what Krishna is trying to say. Can we say Krishna is fallible?
No.
No. Can we say Krishna is infallible? Yes, we can say he's infallible. But is he equal to the other infallible beings? No. That is the point it's trying to say. Anyaha. Besides these two, he's infallible, plus he's imperishable. Yes, imperishable I understand. The other souls are also imperishable. But are those souls maintaining everything? No. This is what is Purushaha. You understand? Why the infallible is not equal to Krishna? Because Krishna has entered the three worlds and maintaining them. This is not possible only for a individual soul. He can only do it for his own body. For his body, he can do. Can he do it for the universe? No. Can he do it for the three worlds? No. So who will do it? There is a third personality who is beyond fallible, infallible. That is called the Purusha. Okay. The idea of this verse is very nicely explained in Katha Upanishad and Shvetashwara Upanishad. These are other Upanishads. It is clearly stated that above the innumerable living entities, some are conditioned, like we are conditioned, we take new bodies, while some are always liberated. Okay, some are always liberated. They don't fall down only. And beyond them is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Upanishads, Vedic words run as follows. Sorry. Nityo Nityanam Chaitana Chetananam. The purport is that among all the living beings, both conditioned liberated soul, there is supreme living personality, the supreme personality of Godhead, who maintains them and gives them all facilities of enjoyment according to the different work. So the super soul, what all it is doing? It is giving us knowledge, forgetfulness, remembrance, so that we can remember our past life and do what we wanted to do. Okay. That Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. A wise man who can understand them is eligible to attain perfect peace, not others. Okay. Any question or comment? Okay. So no questions. So we'll stop here.